This is Talks, where people speak to people about crafting brands and the power of storytelling.
This is a special edition of Talks where I will be interviewing Jonathan Daly, the CEO of Concept Stadium, about the rebranding of the company, crafting brands for people. Hey John, I'm here now reversing roles with you. I was invited by your team because we're going to be talking about your rebranding.
Okay.
How does it feel to be interviewed?
Reversal of roles, really and truly. The whole idea of Talks was that I obviously invite someone and we talk about their branding experience. It's strange, let's put it that way.
Okay, I hope I make you comfortable enough.
Thank you.
Let's bring your inspiration, your ideas, and also, of course, the decision to actually do the rebranding here at this point in time. What was it?
I think it was inspired by probably three main elements. I would say, so first of all, we are celebrating this year the 15th year anniversary of Concept Stadium. So this little dream that started 15 years ago is now 15 years old. So we felt it's a good milestone to attach a rebranding exercise. I would say number two is probably the growth of the company, the growth of the brand, the growth of the organization, the growth of the team, the growth of our service offering, the growth of us, because you grow with your organization, you grow with your brand. And I think number three is probably we listened to the same advice that we give to our clients.
Which is?
It's time to rebrand, so it's time to rebrand.
Very good. How does this rebranding reflect your agency and where it's going?
Let me tell you, Claire, this agency was always strived to be different. So the whole idea of Concept Stadium when we started was always to be different from the competitive landscape, to be novel, to be innovative, to be boutique, to be centric around our people and about our offering and about how we interact with our clients. I think it is important because we are doing, so we can talk about rebranding, but we can also talk about a brand evolution. And I think this is a really interesting brand evolution exercise for Concept Stadium because we are not only going to remain an agency, a creative agency, but we are also attaching something that we've been doing, I would say, probably informally for a lot of years by really now positioning ourselves to be a marketing advisory hub.
Nice. Okay. So when you're thinking about all this evolution and where you want the brand to go, how do you manage to translate that into graphical colors, fonts, the creative element of the rebranding? How do you actually take all that and bring it in the name or in the colors? Or this always intrigued me, of course, without letting off any secrets.
No, but there's no secret. I think if you ask my creative team, they will tell you I'm probably their most difficult client ever.
Really? Okay.
Simply because, so first of all, this rebranding is really and truly about boldness. It's about, so we're using a lot the black color. The black color is bold. The black color is security. The black color has a lot of interesting color psychology that brings and spices up a lot of emotions in people. But we also want to show color in the work we do.
That's it.
That's something which is very, very important for us. Okay. So yes, we have a black platform, but color is our portfolio. Color is the way we interact with our clients. Clients make Concept Stadium. Okay. That is very, very important, as much as the team does Concept Stadium. So the element of that color psychology, the element of that brand portfolio, the element of those brands that have entrusted us to build them and to nurture them into the market space, I think is probably the biggest element of our visual identity.
The visual, okay. So what key services of your agency have changed?
I think more than change, we've probably consolidated. Okay. So we have now grouped ourselves under four main pillars. One is brand, Brand is critical for us because we believe, also as reflected in our new slogan, that people speak to people. So the whole proposition now of Concept Stadium is that we craft brands for people. And that's our new slogan. So brand is our first vertical. Number two is web. We have developed hundreds of websites in our portfolio, and we look forward to develop more in line with the brand proposition of clients. Number three is digital. We are in a digital economy, so it's very important that we, occupy our space. And number four is probably our macro communications element. So communications is key for us because we believe that it is an integral part of the marketing communications approach, and a brand should never just be launched. A brand should communicate.
Exactly.
So a lot of people make this incredible mistake of like, okay, let's launch a brand. Good. Well, now we have a great identity. Now we have a great logo. Now we have a great color scheme. But do people know about us? So the communication element, that's why it's the fourth pillar of this organization. It's critical for us to continue taking it forward.
Very good. What has been the feedback from the market, and also how much are you influenced by trends?
I would tend to say that we look at trends a lot. We love to listen. I am personally I'm an avid believer that you should be in constant touch with your clients. You should listen to what the market is telling you. But I think one of the most important things that we've listened is probably listened to feedback from some people that told us, listen, retain your identity and retain your values. So even with a rebranding, the values can be reshaped, could be realigned, but never forgetting where you're coming from. And that is something that is probably one of my primary beliefs also in my personal life. Never believe where you're coming from. So
Never
what we're
stop-
doing
Exactly, yes.
is
never-
going almost 360. We're going back to our roots.
Okay,
We're going back to the roots where two Jonathans had a little dream and wanted to create something boutique.
okay.
Boutique is not size. Boutique is service. Boutique is communication. Boutique is how you speak to people and how honest and genuine you are with people in the brand consultancy. And which is why we're linking again branding with marketing advisory. This partnership model that we've started challenging 15 years ago, whereby we said, should agencies exist to media buy? We never wanted to be in that business.
No.
Should agencies exist just to do artwork? We just don't want only that business. We want to be a marketing partner. And I think that is very, very important for us.
It's very important. Also, in a world full of competition, what do you do to stand out? And I think you've said it actually, being authentic, being raw, being real
And
is
being-
possibly the most
And being professional,
effective.
Claire.
Of course.
There's one thing which really pains me, if I can share this with you, that sometimes the marketing profession is really undervalued. A lot of people, unfortunately, look at marketing as an expense.
Yes.
Even if you
As
look
a
at the
perk.
profit and loss account, you put it under the overheads. No, marketing is the return of investment. So my personal ambition as Jonathan is actually to get people to value more the marketing profession. I always give this famous example that sometimes you see people that when a lawyer goes in a boardroom, people tend to listen because they are getting advice. When a CFO is going in and presenting annual financial statements, people tend to listen. But everyone sometimes tends to think that he or she is a marketeer or a creative designer or a web developer. And we genuinely want people to appreciate this profession
Yes.
because it is genuinely a profession that, first of all, is very in-depth in terms of thinking, and it's a profession that renders a lot of value for organizations, whether they are for-profit or non-profit, for individuals,
Yes.
for teams, because nowadays branding is not only branding for sales, it's branding for teams, which is what we call employer branding. It's branding for people, which is what we call persona branding. It's so wide.
Actually, it's very vast.
It's so wide.
It's very vast, and let's face it, not every company, probably you won't find that every company has a creative team and are focused on the creative because they're doing the thing that they do best.
The daily
which is
operations. Okay.
So they do need a creative company to take them and meet the competition. In fact, if you take a look across the board, what would you say have been your most inspiring companies from whom you have learned that you would say, look, because the way they creatively communicate and present themselves, this is where I want to take our company?
I would tend to say that it is perfectly aligned with the three key audiences that we have as an agency. So I love to learn from corporates and multinationals. Why? Because they are the ones that have probably done it way before us. So you appreciate their journey, you appreciate their growth journey and their brand journey, but you also appreciate their mistakes. Particularly if you have an open relationship with clients, they will probably tell you the pitfalls along the way. And that's something that I really love to listen to and learn
Fantastic.
from. But then there are two other key audiences that are also, I would say, our target element. One would be startups. Because startups are hungry. Startups want to do something great. And for us, notwithstanding the fact that today Concept Stadium employs 30 plus people, we do business in Malta, abroad, in the States, so on and so forth. For me, we still need to retain the startup mentality, to remain hungry for business. And that's something which is very important. And the other one is the scale-up element. Because when you scale up your business, it brings with it a lot of other challenges from a functional point of view. It could be financial, it could be HR, it could be operational, it could be growth, it could be managing the growth. But all these three have three different brand journeys that we believe that we could learn from, but we could also add a lot of value to. And I think that is the parallel and partnership approach that we want to do. We don't typecast ourselves to be just an agency for the traditional offering or just an agency for the Gen Z offering.
Exactly.
We are an agency for people that we feel a fit with.
Very good.
And I think, and obviously they need to feel a fit with us. And that's important for us.
And this is probably one of the most important questions of it all, because we're going to look at, we've looked a lot at the external factor, but now we need to look at the internal factor as well of the company. What would you say you wish for the specific outcomes coming out of the rebranding to be, even on an internal level?
So first of all, let me say that this rebranding was first launched internally. So it's very important for us that whenever we launch something, our team is on board with that idea.
Okay.
Our employer branding motto is dream with your heart for growth and success. And that's important for us because people are our champions, people are our ambassadors. So the first thing we've done is that we've celebrated this 15-year milestone. We've done some installations at the office, we've had internal celebrations, we've launched our internal award system, so on and so forth. We've revamped a bit our space, but ultimately this is day one of the next 15 years.
Okay.
So for me, this is 15 plus 1. Great to look back,
Yeah.
but we are now future-proofing Concept Stadium for I hope the next 15 years, if not more.
Well, I wish you all the very best.
Thank you so much.
I wish everyone here who are a fantastic team, actually, they do come together and complement you and your dream from what you had 15 years ago to now. So I really see you flying.
Thank you so much.
Let's hope to meet you in maybe not 15 more years, in 5 more years. And we see the growth, maybe rebranding can be
I'll
done.
have a bit more white hair by then.
Rebranding can be done in 5 years now, not
Yes,
15.
yes,
Probably with the way
absolutely.
the world is going. But good luck with everything.
Thank you, Claire.
Thank you, John.
Thank you very much.